All right. Hi, this is Adkin, and welcome to Industry Giant 4.0. We're playing the Neighbors, the Neighbors scenario, and this is part 6. Now, we just set up in the last episode, we set up this little thing right here, which is where we are importing by a perpetual contract. We are importing cotton, taking it over here, and then distributing it to this textiles, moving clothes back over here, and then taking the clothes by train all the way down here to Proctor. And we are at a point where we're watching what we can and cannot make. We could still make more clothes. I mean, we really could. We're at 5,400. And over here, we're at 5,400, 10,800. And we're making 2,000 in each of these guys here. So, I mean, we could almost be closed. However, I think what happens, let's just look at this and see if it's true. If we look at the markets, if we look at our contract, we're paying $210,000 a month for the cotton, right? Then we're turning it into textiles, then we're turned into clothes, so we're making good money on it. In fact, I did a little bit of looking at that, kind of offline, and it's costing us $1.2 million to import the cotton. Is that right? 210. That's not right. It's 210. Hang on one second. The game really does need a calculator. It needs to put one in the screen, honestly, that you can call up. Just a simple calculator would be really nice. I've said that before. I'll keep saying it until I get one, I guess. But let's just look at this. If it's 210,000, 210,000 times 12 equals 2.5 million it's costing us for that cotton. So we can sell that cotton, the cotton, to get enough cotton to support making 2,000 dresses. That's interesting. It's not, I had this miscalculated before. In the local shops, we can sell it, if we look at our prices. If we come down to textile clothes, which will be way down here. Let's change the order here. Here it is. $42.80 in the local market. So in other words, in Proctorville and Chesapeake, we get $42.80 per unit. If we export, we get $35.80. So if we can do 2,000 units here, and we do 2,000 units times the $42.80, right? How much is that? 4280 times 2,000, 8.5 million. So it costs us $2.5 million to get our cotton, which is expensive. But then it costs us another, and we're going to just disregard the transportation because, first of all, it's just too hard to figure out. And it costs us $1.2 million to run our textile factory, to make the textiles and make the clothes. And you can see we're producing 3,000. Oh, it's 3,000. Okay, good. We're producing 3,000 from this import-export cotton deal. So if we do 3,000 times 4280 is 12.8 million we can get in sales. And it's costing us the 1.2 to run the factory plus 2.5 to import the cotton. So that's 3.7 million. So we're spending 3.7 million in order to get 12.8 million. And then of course out of that we have to also subtract our transportation, which again, unless they gave me a report based on different product lines or something, I'm not going to go to the trouble to do that. But again, we are making good money on this, and we're helping to grow our cities. And we're helping to grow our cities because we are, selling them more goods, which promotes growth in the cities. So we could do this again if we wanted to. But what I was about to say is that if we go in here and ask for another cotton contract, see that's 210,000. If we do another one and say, okay, we want to import as much as you'll let us do, which is 1,000. 500 a month. 1,000 every 2 months, I guess we could do. 1,000 every 2 months of cotton. See, it costs more. And I think each time you do it, it's going to cost you even more. So if it's costing you 420,000, well, that's for two. Yeah, that's weird. If I have 1 month to deliver, it's the same. It's the same thing. So it looks like every time you do it, it doubles the price. So there's a point where you wouldn't even be making money on it anymore. So let's not do that. Let's not do more clothes. Let's do something else. So what we can do is find another industry that we'd like to export. And if we look at our exports, what you seem to find is, well, you get these offers, they're almost never worth messing with, I don't think. There could be exceptions. But anyway, if we look at exports, what can we export? And it looks like they will let you export finished goods. So you could think of the veggies and fruit really are finished goods, right? Eggs are finished goods. They may just be a simple process, but they're something you can send out to people. So at any rate, we could look at something like hardware, for example. We could sign a contract to sell 1,000, export 1,000 hardware in 12 months, right? So 1,000 a year, and 1,000 is the most it'll let us do, and it doesn't change the price if I change the delivery, which I thought it was supposed to. But if I give myself 12 months to deliver this and set it up on an endless loop, right, then we could just be constantly raking in $500,000 for exporting hardware. Now we would need an iron ore mine. We would need a foundry to turn the iron ore into iron, and we would need a what's it called? What is it called if we wanted to do hardware? Pressworks. So here you get iron ore, you send it to a foundry, it becomes iron, it goes to the pressworks, it's pressed into hardware, and then in our case it wouldn't be to the hardware store because nobody wants it yet, but we could export it. So we could export that and make some money and have that running, build up our company value, and then be ready. And if the time comes when our cities start wanting it, we would just change our final shipment from the dock, from the port to our city system. So I think let's do that. Just something to do. All right, so iron ore is right here. Let's look at this. We've got construction, iron ore. So our iron ore has one place it can go in this region right here. And what can we put in this region? We can put 2 woods, 4 industries, and 2 mining. Yeah, I'd like to see you fit them in there, though. There's really only one place we can put anything, honestly. So let's put our iron ore mine, our iron mine right here. Maybe right there. It's just going to have a track, and it's only accessible by railroad. So we've got to have a railroad track that goes there. That's all right. So now we've got that. Now the next thing we need would be our foundry, and it's going to take the iron ore, turn it into iron, actual iron. We could put it in here, but it's really we could go down here with it if we wanted to, but I think what I'd like to do is go over here because we've got space in Keldhaven. We've got 3 more industry slots. So why don't we put our foundry up here and put it like, turn it around like this so that we could run a train line that runs right up here and runs to our fountain. And notice it is also only rail connections. So we're going to have a railroad building doing that. And then what we would need would be the press works, which has both road and rail. So we can put it, if we put it right on the end of this, so we just line it up with this, right? And just line it up like so. Pretty close, it doesn't matter. Like that. Now we've got the ability to make the hardware, and then we'll just run it on down. So we could give it its own depot. The depots don't seem to have any maintenance, so that they're just very expensive to build in the first place. But once you have one, you don't care. But at the same time, we have one here, we have one here. This one actually is clumsy, but this one lines up perfectly. So here's what I think we'll do. This is going to be some line. We're going to take our railroad and go down here like this and hook it. Well, we better come off of this. We're going to come off this somehow. Doesn't like coming off there. How about here? Okay, it likes that. How about we just run up there like that? You know what? We can actually, look at that. We can do it without even building a bridge or anything. All right, we're going to run up there. Then we're going to go out of this, and let's think about this. Out of this left one, and we'll go into the left one here, I guess. And let's say I'm going to hold down the shift key, and look at this. We could build this for, oh, it says it's too steep. I can understand that. I think we need to kind of anchor it to the world right there and then run it the rest of the way. And I think we might be able to do without that tunnel. I don't see any point in having that tunnel. There we go. Good. So now we can come out of here, go up this, and then we just need to connect from here to here. Oh, crap. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I can't do that. We don't want that building there. Pressworks. We want it. It needs a little space, unfortunately. Looks like. And I have no idea what level that's on, but it looks okay. And then this line to that one. Okay, we'll need a little tunnel going into it, but that's all right. All right. So now we've got these three connected. Now we just need to be able to come out of this and go down here. It says it's too steep. So let's come out of this end. Like that. And then come up here. It's too steep. We're going to have to snake up. Crap. Again, this is too far out. You just can't come off of this. Doesn't look like it. Unless you go over here like this. You have to almost come over here. So I think what we're going to have to do is back this up. Back it up where it has some ground to come out on. And then maybe we should be able to come off of that, I would think. I mean, if you're going to make ground this ridiculously sloped, you ought to at least have a way that it can be used. So if I move back a little bit, maybe go down some, a little bit it will. Maybe that's interesting. Look, there seems to be a tunnel fragment. I think there's a view where we can see underground here. there's a fragment there. It's not showing. I'm hitting delete all over the place. I don't see anything. Okay. Pressworks. Yeah, see this? See how it, I don't know if you can see that little tunnel coming out of there? I don't understand that. I guess it's saying if you build it there, you're going to have a tunnel, or the part of your track is going to be a tunnel, or something like that. I'm going to try it right there, and before it gets built, I'm going to see if I can run railroad track down like this. That's too steep, but I think maybe now let's see if we can run track down here. It's still too steep. It just will not grab on. Now the reason I'm a little frustrated by this because I already did this once. I played around with this kind of offline, if you will, and it worked. It worked just fine. But maybe we can just snake down like this is fine too. We can just go like this and hook into that line right there. That works just fine. So we'll just go down into a tunnel. That's quite the little track right there. We're falling off a mountain. All right, let's see if we can connect this up now. See, it thinks there's something right there. I swear it does. It thinks there's something. It thinks. I want to come out of here, and yeah. See, there's like a, what in the world? Right here. It's like it thinks there's. I don't know if that's a leftover from other. Okay, let's go over this way a little. And then in, too steep. Try coming out of this side. Now see this? What the is that? What is that? Okay, you can come up like that. You can come up here like this, that looks good, and then like that, there. Some interesting track. Too bad you can't do the literal ride-alongs in this game. That would be an interesting rail to follow. Okay. So have we got it set? Come out of here, you go here, you go here, you go here, you go here. All good. I'm going to buy a couple more trains. Purchase at the Shoe Train Depot. We'll get 2 of these guys. Assign. Okay. And then we're going to let this run for a minute. Let these guys get built. And we know we can do 1,000, right? So here we're going to produce 1,000 hardware. And that's going to be 1,000. And that means we need 1,000 iron. So we go back to the iron. And we want 1,000 iron. It takes iron ore makes 1 to 1, so we're going to want 1,000 iron. And apply. And we're going to want 1,000 iron ore. And apply. Okay. And we'll let all that run. So you can see it's making iron ore. And these guys are trying to set up their cycles, but they're not going to be able to run until they have iron. And we're going to we're not even going to make a line yet until we see some storage in here. And those we have not signed a contract yet, and we're not going to. For a moment. And we can start building something else, but let's get this one running. Make sure we got it right. I think we do, but we'll see. All right, we've got our first iron ore. All right, let's go ahead and set up our line. So now we're going to have a line, new train line. This is going to be export hardware. And it's going to come out of the shoe train depot, and it's going to stop at the iron ore mine, the foundry, and the press works, and the dock. And it's going to pick up iron ore, 1,000, and it's going to unload 1,000 at the foundry. Then it's going to pick up iron, load 1,000. You don't do anything. And then at the press works, it's going to unload 1,000. And then we're going to deal with hardware. We're going to pick up hardware at the press works. Load 1,000. And scratch that. And unload. Okay. So now we've got a train that goes to the what in the world? How did it get out of order? Did I accidentally mess something up? Iron ore mine. You pick up iron ore. You go to the foundry. You unload 1,000 iron ore. And at the foundry, you pick up 1,000. Remember, this is how much for the year. 1,000 over the course of the year. You pick up 1,000 iron. You go to the press works. You unload the iron. You pick up 1,000 hardware, and you unload that at the harbor. And we apply that, and we see if we can get that thing running. And that was not it. What was that? This is the fuel train. Okay, that's fine. It's going down here to do its thing. We'll probably... Now we've got our trains. Shoes, shoes, fuel, fuel, shoes. What in the world? We don't need more trains than that, do we? Have our purchased ones gotten there yet? Alright, it looks like we actually need... Maybe I don't know, I have to go back and look. Maybe I didn't even finish this off. From the shoe train depot, we want 2 of these guys. The shoe train depot. Okay, sign. Go. Pressworks is missing, of course it is. Here we go. Here comes our, whoops, stop. Here comes our first train. And let's follow him around. And this first pass, he should just pick up iron and drop it off at the foundry. There's 124 iron ore. It's going up the mountain in the snow. It's dropping it off, and he would pick up iron, but there isn't any, but that's all right. So he heads on down here to the press works. He drops that off. He'd pick up hardware, but there won't be any this time, but there will be later. And then he goes through there, and then that's the end of his run. Okay. And there'll be another train should come out to make that run as well later. And what this is really a step. So first step, we take it from here to here. Second step, here to here, here to here, here to here. Third step, here, 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 and all the way through. So it's going to take 3 runs before we're actually delivering anything. So you have to kind of keep that in mind. You don't want to sign a contract too soon because you will not make it. You will not. So what we're going to do is accumulate, get a couple of runs already loaded to get us off to a good start. Then we'll sign a contract to perpetually export hardware. And you can see that was a quarter, and one train went for the shoe run, one train went for the fuel, and this train went for the hardware run. And let's follow him, see what he does. So he picked up the iron ore. He's going to drop it off. Now this time there should be some actual iron for him to carry. So we're getting closer. We'll close that error right there because now we've put iron in there. Now we're actually processing the goods. Now our next run, next quarter, we'll actually start producing this stuff. So this takes a while to get a big line like this going. We've got this looks pretty good. We've got one train on standby, so to speak. Our utilization's 46%, which again, I don't totally get what that means. I don't know how to really truly read that. Let's just see, are we making any money now? In 71, we lost 12 million, but we spent 32 million on investments. And we spent 24 million there, so we've really reinvested 70, 71. Our stockholders wouldn't be very happy, I don't think, but we are. So we're making money this year. It's March. We've made 1.7 million, and we're not, except for our imports, we're not spending a whole bunch of money. So our 400,000 for importing cotton came in. Other than that, we're good. And we're just waiting on April 1st so we can have another train delivery. Here we go. First one will be shoes. Second one will probably be fuel. Third one will be the one we're looking for. Nope. Second one was the one we want. This one's probably fuel. Yep. So let's follow this guy. He grabs his iron ore. Isn't this fascinating? I know you're all just amazed by this. Okay, so if I got nothing else to do right now, I would set up another line. I know what else I want to set up, but I want to watch this one work, and so you can see how it works. So here there we go. We've got our first hardware going. We've got 124 hardware headed to the dock. And we will just store it there at the dock. And I think to be No, we don't need to be too conservative. So what we're going to do now is go in here and open up a contract. And we're going to say we want to export hardware. We want to export as much as we can, 1,000. And we're going to give ourselves 12 months. So in other words, every 12 months we'll deliver 1,000. We'll export 1,000 hardware. We're going to make this an endless contract, meaning it just goes until we terminate it. I think we can terminate them. And we'll sign it. Yeah, we can. We can terminate them for a fee. So we're only making $510,000 a year. Do you think that's covering the cost of all this? No, of course not. But it's building up our company value, and when the day comes that our cities actually need it, then we'll have it ready to go. If we look at demand here, we're not getting anything yet. Chesapeake, and except for fruit, there is fruit demand. We may go ahead and grow some fruit. It's easy to do. But anyway, that's that line. Now let's make another line. All right, we're still got cash. So what I want to do now is kind of take advantage of the fact that we have this press works and we have this foundry. We're going to add copper to the mix, and that's going to allow us to make household items, I think they're called. Let's see here. These guys, household items, right? You would sell them in home decoration if we had the demand, but we don't. But we've already got the iron mine. We've already got the foundry. We've already got the press works. So all we need is a copper mine, and we can put that right down here and plug that into the system and have another product that we make and just open new lines at the other place. Now the hard part here is these mines, this ground is not very friendly. Let's spin this around. We can put it there. Yeah, we can put it there. So we'll put it there, and we'll do a rail line that comes up here where it needs to get into this action right here. That's what it needs to do. So not like that, and then like that, and then I think we're going to have to bite the bullet with the tunnel, and then we're going to want to go up this way. It can't come off that. How are we going to do this? Can you come off? Can you come off this? Okay, there's the connection going that way. And we actually want a connection off of this as well. And the easiest way would be if we can come off of this somehow. Like this. And like that. Okay. And then this out here is just a waste. So let's bulldoze that. There we go. Are those crap. This one isn't an intersection, it's just like a you have to be an intersection or you're worthless. Okay. Railroad. That's an intersection. Okay. All right, cool. So we've got our copper mine hooked into this. Now, again, 1,000 would be what we want to export. So let's let this one get built. And we'll work our way back to that. So we have in our press works, we can set up a line. We have to buy the additional production, but we can go here and we can say for 1 iron and 1 copper, we can make 1 household item. So we'll select that, and we'll set it at 1,000. So we can make 1,000 household items, right? Apply that. And we're going to work our way back and say, okay, now we've created a demand for another 1,000 iron and 1,000 copper. So we can go to production here and we can say in our iron production, let's boost that up to 2,000. And let's build another production and let's do copper. And we'll do copper, we'll do 1,000 of it. 1,000. All right. And now we work our way back. We've created a need for another 1,000 iron ore. So we're going to take this guy and pump him up to 2,000. And we're going to go down to our copper mine and have him produce 1,000. And apply. We'll go look at our trains to see if we have any that aren't assigned. We have one. I think we could probably use a couple more. I really don't know. If anybody's got this figured out, let us know. From the shoe train depot, we want a couple more of these guys. Sign. Okay, and we're going to let this run for a bit and let this guy start producing. So he'll take one cycle to set up production and then he'll start producing. He doesn't need any raw materials, so next cycle he will start producing for us. We'll let all that run. And now, because of all that investment, we're losing money this year too. Okay, we've lost money every year on here. Now, that's the way to run a business. We're losing money every year. And now we see production start. Okay, run. And missing copper ore. Yes, we know all that. We don't care about that. That's a mistake I made long ago. We're just going to let that ride for now. And this has been a constant problem. I really do need to go figure that out. We just keep overstocking with shoes, basically. And we could probably export shoes. We've made any? We do have some. All right, let's get this started. So we're going to have a line. New train line. It's going to go, this is going to be our export household items, I think they're called. Okay. We're going to come out of the shoe train depot. Our stops will be the copper, iron, foundry, the press works, and the dock. Yep. And here you're going to get copper ore 1,000. The iron ore mine, you're going to get iron ore 1,000. The foundry, you're going to unload 1,000, and you're going to unload 1,000. This, you're not picking up anything there. So you got 1,000 here, 1,000 here. Drop them both. Go to the press works. Now we got a new product we need to deal with, which would be two new products. Copper and iron. Okay, and at the foundry, you're going to pick up not doing it there. You're going to go to the foundry and pick up load 1000 and load 1000. And then down here, you're going to unload 1000 and unload 1000. And now we have another thing we have to deal with. But, yeah, we've got one more product. We've got to deal with the household items. Here. So nothing there. Right here, we'll load 1000 household items at the Pressworks, and at the harbor, we'll unload those. I wish you could make this bit wider. I know this is an overly complicated line, perhaps, but so go to the copper mine and don't do anything. Load 1000. Go to the iron ore mine. That's not right. Look at that. Sorry. All right. Copper mine, pick up 1000 for the year of copper. Iron ore mine, pick up 1000 iron ore. At the foundry, drop off the ore, both ores, pick up copper and iron. Go to the Pressworks. Yep. Drop off copper and iron and pick up household items. And go to the harbor and drop off the household items. That's lovely. We will apply that. And let's run that and see what happens. Now remember, this one will also take time to get started, because the first pass we're only going to be carrying, well, we can get copper and iron. We can get this going in this first pass, and then we can get this going in the second pass, maybe even in the first, because it needs the copper or the copper route. So yeah, it's going to take one trip to get this going and the second trip to get this going, and then the whole line will be going. So the third trip we should start delivering product. Go. And let's just take a peek. How are we doing on our contract? We've got 310 of these accumulated, and we've got 1,000 cotton waiting for us to go get it. That's okay. So we still have this merit because we're missing copper, but we're now starting to make copper here. Right? We haven't completed the cycle yet, but we're getting close. And by the time a train comes out here to do this again, we'll have copper to take over to the Pressworks. We've got these errors, no path to the iron mine. It's not true. Look at all that stuff he's hauling. We'll watch this train. As in, why not? not hauling a lot. And there's another one right behind him, which I don't quite get how that happened. But at any rate, he should be able to at least start the process here. Watch this guy. He had a lot of stuff. Still no end product, but we should see we've started the process now. So we're actually making the hardware. So from now on, we'll be hauling hardware to the port. So we'll just wait till the next one comes around. Are we still losing money? Yeah, we're making money. Okay, we're at 7.8 million at the end of the year, so we didn't make much, but we spent 9 million on investments and a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, company values 177. We're up to 9 million a quarter in earnings, so we're doing okay. I don't think we're doing great. And now, there we go, there. Now we've got 186 hardware. And we should have a train coming out shortly to take advantage of that. Here we go. And as fascinating as it could possibly be, we'll follow this. Let me know in the comments. I mean, both of you who are watching this, sorry, that was a bit facetious, but we're not getting a whole lot of people watching this, and I kind of understand it. Would you rather see me just kind of set these up and explain them after the fact, or would you rather watch me build them like we did here and watch them kind of develop themselves? We got money, I could build more, but I think these are just going to be loss leaders for a while. You know, they're not really doing us any good. This is just to have something to do. I think one of the balancing issues with the game is it's kind of hard to not just sit and get in a hurry up and wait kind of mode all the time. It's hard not to be in that mode. Let's see what we can do here if we can get some. Actually gets, oh, look at this, 124 household items. So they're like refrigerators, dishwashers, stuff like that. Yes. Based on that icon. So let's stay here and let's set up a contract. So what we're going to do now is get a contract. We're going to export, pick a good, and we're going to go household items where we're going to do 1,000 a year for $940,000. We're going, crap, I didn't mean to sign. I'm going to kill it. I'm going to just bite the bullet and kill that because I goofed. I want to have export household items 1,000. I want it to be endless and have 12 months. So every 12 months, we're going to send you 1,000. You're going to pay us 940,000. So now we've got an endless contract to export hardware, an endless contract to export household items, and an endless contract to import cotton. And we improved our company? No, not really. Not really. Cut down on how much money we could make, but we made 9.7 million anyway. Now what did we do? This says we have no export income yet, and that's probably true. I don't think any of our contracts have actually expired yet. May 12th, we're going to get 510,000. Ooh, how could it be May 12th, 1973? Oh, it is. That's right. And we're only watch this. Look at this. Look at that. We came out one item short. Now it says we have 0, but I think we should have. Oh, and it took them all. Pardon me while I steam a little bit. How can we be one item short? On hardware. We're making 1,000. We want to export 1,000. I recognize we have some in here. Needs to get to there, but so what? I wonder if we got any credit for the export. Let's look at our money. Income. Export, we just lost 96,000. We didn't get, instead of getting 510,000, we lost 96,000. Household items are due next March, and we're about halfway there. So we're looking pretty good on that. I wouldn't swear to it. Anyway, I can't see sitting here watching this forever. So I guess we could stop right there. We set up 2 new businesses. They're both export businesses. They're making marginal amounts of money. I mean, if we were looking at our money more closely, I think we would be looking at doing even more fashion, more dresses, because nothing else seems to really pay. And there we got a bunch of no path errors, which I think is just absolutely wrong. It's just coming up here and saying, I want to get out. It shouldn't be given an error because it should have no problem getting out there. So you can just flow right out and go do whatever it's supposed to be doing. So that's something that could probably improve. I don't think we have a problem. I truly think the game has a problem there. All right, I guess we can wrap it up. We're doing exports. We're doing imports. We are growing the city. We are setting up some relatively complex lines. Do you want to see anything else, or should I just stop? Let me know in the comments. Do you think I should just keep going or just stop? I will probably keep playing. I'm kind of, in a sick way, I'm enjoying it. I think there's a lot of cool complexity here, or possibilities for the lines. On the other hand, you're just setting up line after line after line. I would like to figure out how to make sure I can do these exports safely. Make sure maybe do you overproduce. I think you probably, to be safe, you overproduce and then set up a little special contract to occasionally export the overproduction. You could do that and stay safe. So I think I'm probably going to go off and set that up. I'm going to set up the iron hardware to make more hardware than we need. I'm trying to run it straight on. It's causing issues. I thought if we had some to start with as a pad, we'd be fine. But obviously we weren't. We came up one short. Yeah, let me know in the comments, should I keep going? And I am going to keep going and keep playing, and I'll just stop. If I see something interesting, if I start doing something that's kind of cool or whatever, I will record it and talk to you about it. Otherwise, I think unless you really tell me keep going, I think I'm going to stop here and just play the game for a while. And like I said, when we get maybe toward the end, or when something neat happens, I will record it and show it to you. All right, thanks for watching. I do hope that both of you are enjoying this, and I hope you saw something that'll help you become a better player. I hope you'll like, comment, share, and subscribe, and join us for our next Industry Giant 4.0 video. Thank you.